or yesterday. That made no sense. I'm sorry, guys. Sure, any second now, some of you will show up. Any second. I know probably a lot of you weren't expecting me. Hope one person's here so far. Good. Hello. Do I know you? Have you been here before? Oh, somebody just liked the chat and left. At least you like it here. Oh, hi, Animal. No, just 2 days. I left a message. I left a post in my Instagram. Three people. Nice. Nice. Three people, 3 likes. Now you guys are getting it. Hi, John. Yeah, I was like, maybe my phone will work. So here I am. Hello, Spidey. Hmm. I'm looking cool. thank you. And you hit the nail on the head, John. I've sold 30 books, and it's the end of the month. And I think that's all I'm going to sell this month. So far, he said at the end of the month you have 30, and this is 30. I have to ask you, are you making that happen, or are you seeing it? Because if you're making that happen, can you make it, can you triple it, maybe? Or increase it tenfold? We're gonna wait a little so people can get here, because of course they didn't know I was gonna be here, right? Some people seem to have that ability. Like the contest queen. You guys ever heard of her? How she, every contest she entered, she won. And she called it manifesting, but there was way more going on than that. interview. I am building a platform now. Now, I mean, like, there's luck, and then there's like winning every contest you enter. It's different, and never having to work a day in your life because of it. Two different things. Um, there's probably something going on with her that she wasn't able to identify. I don't know. I can't hear anything right now. Still, I'm working on it, which is likely to happen. So there's a group, I should say a monk, a monastery, where they have special retreats where you basically sit there and meditate for, I think it's anywhere from 9 to 12 hours in a day. So I'm going to end up going there, I think, eventually. Like, my instructor is like, yeah, you'll hear things, but you want to. He doesn't quite understand this. She was good at spot the difference. Oh, okay. Well, I should have asked you. What do you think about the monastery idea, John? Do you think I'll need it still by the time I go? The person that was helping me clear from Scotland, the ETs got to her and basically convinced her to stop helping me clear. That I was able to go really deep. And it was really it was really terrible. I'd be like screaming, my neck would expand, and the reason why that's not happening here is because it's just too much for people right now. I mean, perhaps some of you maybe will one day get there, but don't be in a hurry. I think it's important that you get to a level of like real like clarity and understanding that this is a thing before we do. Oh yeah, yeah. So, oh, gosh, yeah, and I knew they got to her too because um, Earth Grid Girl. Why isn't she come here anymore? I haven't seen her in a while. I know they got to her too because two different people saw that don't know each other saw the same thing that was attached to me. That was pretty major, caused by, I guess, one of my invisible enemies, and it convinced her that there was nothing there. But it was really important that that thing was removed. So, um, yeah. So I go, oh, it's the bat thing. Yeah. Michelle, I see. Well, I mean, you could stay here. You're not supposed to be here stoned. That doesn't mean she can never come back. It was just like sober up and come back. I wasn't condemning her like forever and ever. I'm just like, come here together. And there's no judgment. it's just like you know, that it's not even my decision really. It's just how it is. I mean, I don't, yeah. I mean, of course, I want to help people get over stuff, but I don't blame people for their things because I know fundamentally it doesn't have anything to do with them. And it's not their fault anyway. Oh, she moved to Scotland from America. Good for her. You mean the ETs? About, you're pretty talented, huh, animal? Yeah. Yeah. So there, there's like several classes of really powerful healers that I've kind of interacted with or came across through the years. So I'll go by the first type, and that's basically, and I'm not saying this by a tradition, more so about ability because it matters, but not necessarily. Um, so like the first one is kind of like how I'm doing it, right? How I do it. I know one guy from, um, um, I think Denmark. He's in Denmark that can do this too, but it's different, and he has his own issues with understanding the source of what he's doing, just because of the people around him, right? So the second part, and it's similar to this class, and I would even say he has a little bit more of an understanding, although he has issues too, without being able to identify it. But he understands um, the mechanics a bit better than other people. That's Shaman Derek, although he's not quite that powerful. Nowhere near with the potency of myself or Jonas in Denmark. He's from Denmark or Norway, one of the two. And the second one is Charlie, right? His ability is different than mine, and I looks like I'm going to start doing some work with him soon, which is pretty cool. I like about him, he doesn't pretend to know what he know that what he, which is great. I love his honesty, really more than anything. The third type is the John Chang type, right? That is the mo pie and mixed it with acupuncture, right? So that's the third type. So now the fourth type is different still. The fourth type I found so the interesting thing is the first three types I found in men. Men are able to do these things very potently. Um, Now that on the other side there is the fourth type that I've mostly found in women, and it's the ability to really travel into the unseen kind of sphere world clairvoyantly and walk through there. More women have that natural ability that comes easier and more willingly. I also want to say I've met some Native American people with abilities that are belonging to the first type of healing that myself and Jonas and others do. Different at different degrees of potency, right? Yeah, back to that next one. Yeah, you'll find Jade and Song and others with that same ability too. I may have found someone here in Japan too that I was actually meant to meet. Now, the fifth type is the type like um, Donna can do, and also the lady in Scotland who understands a little bit more about certain things. In which case, they're able to go in very, very deeply and pull things out directly that Jonas and I, for example, um, cannot directly get to very quickly, if that makes sense. Or we can, but it's a little bit more gentle and not as direct. But it's also too because people aren't ready for that level of clearing yet. Um, but you will be, I think. So there's that too. And usually when they work, they actually invoke ancient languages. Those almost though it's like they're a light possession comes through them, and they'll speak in this, and they might move differently. So it's very interesting. Donna could do it in English, but the lady in Scotland who's not going to help anymore, who can actually hear better than Donna, which is also the problem because the ETs intercepted that signal, um, and the Bat Demon. Um, or that realm actually, and basically convinced her not to help. Fed off of her fears, as Animal said, her fear of responsibility, which is true. It perpetuated that too, and stopped contacting me. Um, I think Jay got one of them. She got a message out of one of them that I'm not supposed to have friends for a long time. So just to give you an idea of the constant battle I'm in. Anyway, I hope that was interesting to you guys. Um, you know, I think it's has more substance than very good, good. So yeah, there might be more different kinds. Let me think. Yeah, like Jade, like the lady in from Satan and Sons too. They're able to do like a psych. It's like a psychic type of surgery, where it's very, very finite. Their um, their work that they do for people. Not quite as powerful as it's. I shouldn't say that. It's just different because there's still value in it. But as Donna or the lady in Scotland, Risa, who doesn't want to help anymore. It's like, oh my gosh, and yeah, very difficult. It's not a romantic relationship at all, by no means. And as a matter of fact, I would say it's, how can I say it? Um, um, how can I say it? Yeah, I think there's a little bit of lack of um, lack of lack of fortitude. Um, you know, yeah. Anyway, and you guys have seen the manga, right? The Future I See. Has everyone checked that out? Couple, 3 years ish, 3 years ish. We were clearing, and I got an argument with her about stocks because she sees how much I've been struggling, and I'm like, I found out that she can she's clear enough and has the ability to uh, pick out books to the page number. It's hard to explain, and it's a very rare ability to be that precise. And the ETs and the bat were like, hijack that message. No, don't help him. And I would say for people in some countries, I think that um, that type of very American desire to jump on something like that, to accumulate, is hard to understand because people miss that America is a business. Like everything, sometimes people think that maybe China is more like there, and Korea is more like that to the but it is more so, but to a different extent and for different reasons. But it's because America is a business that everything in American life is transactional. I mean, I'll compare Japan in a second, but everything in America is transactional. And if you get sick or if something happens, you're out of luck because you are a product in America. Um, Basically, if you don't participate in the American business, you die. And it's really easy to get attacked spiritually there because of that, because the bureaucracy created around that. But and unfortunately, that's where I still have my citizenship, and even now I have my school calling me demanding I pay $900 for insurance, medical insurance I don't need for, even though I have the national insurance here in Japan, which I will take any day. And I couldn't argue over that, and I couldn't argue with them. And instead, they just threatened me. But that's the type of transactional type of everything that takes place in America. And I think you see a lot of the crime in the U.S. and something that's supposed to be in an advanced country is because people are so desperate because they think or know that subconsciously, right? Yeah, they are. But I think it'll be fine though. China is a paper tiger. We're gonna start the healing in just a second. So, yeah, in the U.S., um, if you participate in that, you'll do okay. But like I said, don't get sick because you will go bankrupt if you go sick. I mean, everyone has that chance to. Um, it's just like the only option is to climb above that to even build a platform, and it's not easy because it stacks against you. So Japan has some of that, but it's not perfect, right? But not everything here is transactional, believe it or not. You can rent an apartment without the landlord saying, "No, we're raising the rent $200." Like my place here, I pay $395 a month. You cannot find a place anywhere in America for that much. I mean, it's not possible. And I live near a major metropolitan area that's safe and clean, that has stuff. You can't find that in the U.S. Not because not because it's not possible there. It's because it's a business and people, the landlords, and mostly the banks, um, pay into inflation so much that everything can become so unbelievably expensive, and no one can afford it anymore, and no one does. Most people are just getting by. So, anyway, some people here don't know how well they have it, and it's always been more so about responsibility and not so much about becoming wealthy here. However, young people see social media and they see Western countries and they think, well, maybe I need to be rich too. And it's really has had a pretty bad, awful effect on Japanese society. Anyway, I know you guys don't come here to hear me talk, but I just wanted to share a few things. I actually we reached out to the lady in Scotland yesterday, and she replied saying she isn't involved with any of this anymore. We said we need help for some stuff, and as Animal said, afraid of the responsibility. Um, so anyway, before we start, yeah, the future I see, the manga with all the prophecies in it, like about maybe 12 of them came through and there were 3 left. And the third one, the next prophecy was supposed to happen on July 12th. I haven't really talked about this. It happened on around July 12th, and it was a tsunami so devastating it was going to take out all or most of southern Japan, the Philippines, and a lot of um, Asia. It was going to be really bad, and I really needed her help for that. And she wasn't reachable because she was upset because um, yeah, she was upset because she didn't like what I said to her, and that I got upset. And I made the mistake of thinking that, well, she'll just get over it. But she didn't, and she dwelled on it more, and now I don't have that help. I have to go elsewhere, and there's different problems from that elsewhere. But I don't have a choice right now until I find someone else with that ability, which coincidentally and thankfully seems a little less. No, who am I kidding? It's super rare. Hopefully it comes about. So, anyway, any questions, guys, about any of that before we start the healing? You love it when I talk about stuff. Thanks. All right, good. I'm glad, guys. The stock thing, yeah, she was definitely upset about the stock thing. But like I said, you go broke in America, you die. And people get so desperate because they think Well, look at all the people on the streets. I mean, I'm very close to that, and there are some fates worse than death. It's the same thing. The two living on Skid Row and actually passing away for a reason. It's like the prospects are equal, which is why you see people do very desperate things. No, you're not late. I was talking nonstop about a few topics. Everyone said that it was worth hearing, so feel free to rewind and listen to it. I hope it was interesting. And as far as past the five types of higher level healers I've met through this and my years, um, yeah, pretty interesting. I think there might be more. There might be more types and different types. I just haven't met them yet. This is not counting the made up healing stuff, right? Or the other stuff, which is might do some type of healing work, might have some healing too, but it's not quite par. I mean, I think I talked for like 25 minutes. Well, yeah. You know, um, um, yeah, I might be hard on, I've been hard on some people, maybe even on her. And I would say demanding because I mean this is serious work. I take it very seriously, which is why I'm here. But I've also um, come across individuals who have ability innately that they've just kind of come onto. And part of them does maybe take it serious to an extent, but it's also just an activity for them. Perhaps there's indigenous people, and perhaps there are people who are around, but there's a language gap, right? I mean, there must be. But not everyone speaks English. And, they only interact within their world and surroundings. So there is likely that barrier that exists too, and it's just why I haven't found other people in this way. However, I'm sure there's some that would very much so like to meet. Where was I? Oh, I forgot. I'd have to rewind myself. But it's very, very hard. Um, because people have a tendency, people who, yeah, yeah, I would say men, I think I think there's a aspect of the male ego that when men who have this type of talent, keep going, and just want to, get stronger and stronger at it. Kind of like, you see the same in sports. But the majority of women who get it, there's like an extent where there's a threshold where they think, okay, this is enough. I'm just walking away from it. Um, because they don't want the responsibility and some of the danger that comes with it, or the perceived danger, rather. So they just give it up. And it's unfortunate. And I almost feel like I, because and it's different if that person was born into a tradition, which I think might be the case with this Japanese lady I'm trying to get attention of, um, who hasn't responded yet, but she will. Um, yeah, there's just a point where they're like, you know what? This is scary. I don't want anything to do with it. I did not sign up for this. Yeah, it's very hard. Absolutely. And yeah, people don't want to sign up for it, or they think they do. But then when they see the first like thing that is like off, they're like, you know what? I think I don't want to do this. So, yeah, yeah. So I like, Charlie is a good example. He does his groups. He heals as many people as he possibly can, but his ability takes a toll on his body, and he'll sometimes be sick for days after he, works on someone or works on a group of people, just because it's so draining for him. A lot of people would be like, you know what, helping people heal and get better. Um, isn't worth my own health, so they won't do it. And but for him, that's not an option. Now, for me, that's not an option. Um, yeah, I, and I actually know one other person like that too, who won't use her own power to help people because she's more interested in living her own life. And like, there's a certain amount of stuff that she doesn't want to know intentionally, even though she knows it's there. But anyway, off. Um, Maybe like the thing over Tokyo that John saw last month. Stuff like that. It's fear. Oh yeah, that's a big thing. What other people say. I think I might. So I think for a long time, I was like that until I could do this because people, if they just try, they can't really deny something happened, and the ones that do still know something worked. So, absolutely. Um, but even so, yeah, people are afraid of the labels too. Who can hurt you? Not necessarily Spidey. And my only ride or die has been Jade, to be honest. She's been hurt a few times. So that's the problem too. Like, these things you remove, especially from a land and have a wider agenda, they do hit back. Yes, you do, John. But I need to be able to afford one first. So yeah, and that's the other thing. You know, she had this image that, like, people, when people think of wealthy people, they think of rich asshole. You know, they think, oh, Andrew Tate, or like one of these Wall Street bros, or like, you know, the type. Yeah, I want to buy I would like to buy a shrine, and I would like to buy a good one, and I would like to, you know, share it with people. That's my goal. Maybe make a few films and keep busy, and continuing making building this platform. But yeah, her whole thing is, no, there's got to be other ways to do it, and unfortunately, not in the world we live in. It's just not reality. Yeah, you own the land around it, and not only that, it's hereditary, so you keep it. It sounds great. I mean, I wanted that. I would do it tomorrow if I could. Yeah, so if you buy a shrine, you have to adhere to certain um, traditional and cultural um, um, specifications, but that's fine. I don't want to. I don't want to tear down the shrine. I'd renovate it and, you know, make something out of it that hasn't been for a long time. But there's a lot of them now that are abandoned, and yeah, that's why I would love to. So I mean, that'd be so cool. But I have ETs and bat entities whispering in, you know, someone's ear, someone who could really help me's ear, and yeah. Anyway, I don't know what. It's something I would have to really write out and explain it in a way where it's digestible for people to kind of understand. That's where I'm heading. I hope so. That sounds nice. First, I need to sell books, and um, sell books and open my collaboration platform. I think that, according to John, I'll have 2,000 signups. If I have 2,000 signups, I will be able to buy the shrine. Is that correct, John, for the Guest Booker Pro? Or is that for my forum? Because the forum's just not gonna, most people who sign up won't use it for long. Maybe can. I mean, there's a lot I could do. First, since, yeah, it'll really make a difference owning the shrine and being able to be on it and sleep on it and live on it. Yeah. A priest, I mean, not necessarily. I would just do what I do. As far as a priest, I might hire one to do different things. right? But they're the shrines are abandoned. Many of them are abandoned for a reason. Shiners. John, you didn't answer my question. How many sign-ups for the thing? I'm counting on it now. You've been so accurate. For my new invention of a website, then as soon as you answer, we'll start the healing. Be honest. If it's 50, I'll live with it. If it's 10, I'll live with it. Eventually. Oh man. Well, what's the time frame for that? You seem to be good at that too, which is actually rare. Please don't say 10 years. I mean, it'll head that there. It will head there someday. Mr. Greedy, that wasn't what I asked. I mean, I would like to stay here. Oh my gosh. Basically 10 years. Thanks, John. Is everyone ready? It's always 10 years. In 10 years. Nice animal. Very cool. Yeah, that's normal. All right, you guys ready? Since if you say so. Amate dasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni 静かなりアマテラスミオヤの神のミスまるの命照らし国静かなりアマテラスミオヤの神のミスまるの命照らし国静かなりアマテラスミオヤの神のミスまるの命照らし国静かなり月よみつみおやの神の一家の思う月に綴りて鏡のことし月よみつみおやの神の一家の思う月に綴りて鏡のことし高天張にかまずまります。かむろき、かむろみのみこともして、すべみ、おやかめ、いずなぎの神、つくしの、ひまかの、たちばなの、おどの、あわぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときに、ありませる。はらいどの、お神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかいりよ。払いたまい、清めたまいと回すことのよしを。天つかみ、栗つかみ。よ、夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみ、かしこみも回す。高天張にかまずまります。かむろき、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひまかの立ち花のものの青木が春にみそぎ払いたまいし時にあれませる払いどの大神たちもろもろのまがごとつみかいりを払いたまい清めたまいと仕事のよしを天つかみ国つかみや夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみかしこみも回す。 高天張にかまずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみおえかむ、いざなぎの神尽くしのひむかの立花の大野の仰ぎがはるに、みそぎ、払い、たまいし、時にありませる。払いどの狼たち、もろもろの間がごと積み返りよ。払いたまい、清めたまいと申すことによしよ。天つかみ、国つかみ、夜ずの神たちともに引こしますと、かしこみかしこみも申す。どうすの神、あまてらします。せめみ神の身胸を、したいて教え導きのたもわく。人はすなわち、神と神とのもとの主であり、何時らの神地の痛ましむることなかれ。このゆいに目にもろもろの風情見て、心にもろもろの風情見ず、耳にもろもろの風情を触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情を思とも、中心にもろもろの風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろののれは影と形のことし、清ければ汚れることらし、ことをとらばうべからず、皆花よりずの身とはなる。我が身はすなわち六根所女なり、六根所女なるがゆえに、五ぞの真君兄なり、五ぞの真君兄なるが、ゆえに天地の神とどこなり、天地の神とどこなるが、ゆえに万物の霊と体なり、万物の霊と体なるが、ゆえになすところにこて成就せずということらしい。無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名入賞、考え率、払いたまい、清めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまい、breathe, relax, と神、意味たも、観言心、そうにかんだけん、払いたまい、清めたも、と神、意味たも、観言心、そうにかんだけん、払いたまい、清めたも。 高めの春に神づまります。攻め神たち、家わらしたも、時せの水の宝持ちで、余ってる国てるひけ雨のほあかりくしたま、ねぎはやひのみことに、静けたもことを教えてのたまわく、今しこの水の宝持ちで、長つくにに雨下り、あひとぐさ沈め収めよ。あひとぐさおよび、よりずのものの病のことあらば、神宝を持ちて、見下いた沈みに起きて、御霊沈みの祭りをなして水の宝を振るべ、そのカムホギの言葉に曰く、火のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいむなやこと二のとふるべゆらとゆらかしたてまつることのよしをもちて雨の神の実をやみことのりかけたまいて雨の岩船に乗りて河内の国の川神の怒る神に雨下りましまして大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして月祭りとも名付けてイスの神の狼ともしたて祭り。よよ神宝を持ちて、よりずの者のために古べの神ごとを持ちて、探さなした家の古の御霊の神と敬い、立て祭り、せめみことオムラージ、オトロソの神だけきを持ちて、いつきに使い祭りとも、もののべの神のエシと雨がした。よりずのもののたごいなりてもとかむ宝は、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、平つ鏡、やつぐの剣、いく玉、だる玉、明るが石の玉、知恵が石の玉、おろうちのひれ、八のひれ、キスキスのもののひれ、さらにとけすの神、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいむなやこと二のとふるべいらずいらかしたてまつることのよしをもちて平らきくきこしめせと命長く子孫羽時はかきわに守りたまい先はいたまいかじたてまつり人数寿命死にきかじ Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi, kamarami no mikoto moshite. Sememi oyakama izanagi no kami tsukushi no himaki no tachibara no olo no awagikahara ni misoki harai tamaishi toki ni aremaseru. Harai do no o kami tachi. Moro moro no maga goto tsumi kairyo. Harai tamai kiyome tamai to maosu koto no yoshio. Amatsukami, kunitsukami, yao, yoruzo no kami tachi domo ni hikoshi meseto. Kashikomi, kashikomi, momausu. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi, kamaromi no mikoto moshite. Sumemi, oyakama, izanagi no kami tsukushi no himaka no tachibana no olo no aogigahara ni misoki, harai, tamaishi, toki ni aremaseru. Harai do no o kami tachi. Moro moro no maga goto tsumi kairyo. Harai tamai kiyome tamai to maosu koto no yoshio. Amatsukami, kunitsukami, yao, yoruzu no kami tachi domo ni hikoshi masato. Kashikomi, kashikomi, momausu. Kanagara tamachiyamase. Kanagara tamachiyamase. Kanagara tamachiyamase. All right, everyone, there you have it. How was that? How was that? Oh, 16 people. If you go to the beginning of this video, I give a pretty long talk on a few topics. I talk about healers and I talk about a few other things I think people say is interesting. I thought I was boring everyone. Apparently not. Your bearskin hoodie being delivered? Nice. Hi, Jason. Energy still working? If you have 3 heads, maybe you do. You never know what's hiding out inside of yourself. He bought it so he can scare people, Spidey. John wants to scare people in his bear skin. Hey John, let's not think about 2,000 subscribers. Can I get how soon will I get to if I get 100 or 200 subscribers to that site, I would be so happy. What's the timeline for that? Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Can I help? Sure. No, not the blog. I'm doing a content match. I'm doing a social media growth site or a YouTube channel growth site. I have a really good idea for one. I've been building it. There you go, ZZ. To kami amy tamo kangon shin soni kandaken harai tamai kiyomi tamo. How's that, ZZ? John's still avoiding my questions. Oh, 10 in the first. Oh, 10 in the first week. Nice. Wow, that'd be great. How about 100? Now I'm excited. See, with that, I mean, you'll see me doing these like twice a day. You're welcome, Zizi. Back to my vision's going a little blurry. I'm just tired. Tired, my eyes get tired, and I have to put on glasses. Oh. Okay, really, that's nice. So there's going to be more of that, a little bit more of that. As you know, there's not much of it, but oh, it's just a 12-year-old. 12-year-old kid. Maybe we'll do one more with him in here. Here we go. Let's see if we can clear that. Doso no kami, amate rashimasu. Seme mi kami no mimune o. Setaite oshie michibiki no tamawaku. Hito wa sunowachi, kami no kami to moto no arijidari. Nanjira no shinshi no itamashimuru koto nakare. Kono ie ni me ni moromoro no fujo mite. Kokoro ni moromoro no fujo mizu. Mimi ni moromoro no fujo kikite. Kokoro ni moromoro no fujo kikazu. Kechi ni moromoro no fujo yute. Kokoro ni moromoro no fujo yuazu. Mi ni moromoro no fujo ni furete. Kokoro ni moromoro no fujo ni furezu. Kokoro ni moromoro no fujo omotomo. Naka kokoro ni moromoro no fujo omowazu. Kono toki ni kiyoku isagiyoki koto ari. Moromoro no noru wa kage to katachi no kotoshi. Kiyoku kiyo kereba kegaruru koto nashi. Koto o taraba ube karazu. Mina hana yorizu no mito wa naru. Wagami wa sunawachi rokkon shoujo nari. Rokkon shoujo naru ga yui ni. Gozo no shinkun ani nari. Gozo no shinkun ani naru ga. Yei ni tenshi no kami do doko nari. Tenshi no kami do doko naru ga. Yei ni banbutsu no rei dotai nari. Banbutsu no rei dotai naru ga. Yei ni nasu tokoro nekote joju seizu to koto nashi. Meija Reiho, Shinju Bukkyo, Tenjo Mukkyo, Meiyu Nusho, Kanaga Reitsu, Harai Tamai, Kiyame Tamai, Mamori Tamai, Sakiwai Tamai, Terashi Tamai, Michibiki Tamai. And that's how you deal with that. Notice he stopped right there. I love it when trolls come in my rooms. I mean, obviously something needs to be cleared from people who, even if they're very young, who have a tendency to do that. He'll feel it tomorrow. When he starts reflecting on his life. Or made to reflect on it anyway. Nothing to say, guys? You're welcome, ZZ. Yeah, about trolling. You notice he stopped right when I started. Oh, you're welcome, John. Yeah, books. I'll keep trying to write more. I can get this one better, probably. What do you mean? Oh, my eyes are tired. I have to wear these now. Hello, Christ Consciousness 84. Well, we might do one more. How does that sound, guys? Any new people here tonight who've never done this before? The main book? The main book is going to have a lot of Japanese. The one in the Shinto book, and it's like a Shinto Onmyoji ritual book. Oh, yeah, I know that. Christ, I know that. But he's going to think about that. He left. Figured it. Anyway. I think I just like to hope it's someone who's 12. Yeah, for sure. Animal. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Have you been here before? Ah, yes. Yeah, there's definitely things going on. It is sad. Anyway, validation. We're gonna do one more. Any new people here? Please subscribe and like the video. I think we're gonna do one more. Um, has anyone been practicing the book? Can I ask? How's that practice coming along? I know. You're right, John. You're right. Yeah, sometimes I even forget that, right? I forget that myself. I need to do a better job of remembering that. More than anything, I hope it helped them a little bit. One time I had one troll who kept coming until finally I said, like, dude, this was a while ago before it was not quite as strong. I go, dude, just participate and see if, you know, see if you get something out of it. And he actually participated. And he was like, okay, that was great. Thank you so much. And he never trolled again. He had a bunch of questions. It was interesting. You up to page 24? You're reading kind of slow. Good. Are you feeling anything from it yet? Well, people have to, yeah, it's your guys' job to ignore that. You guys don't even have to look at me on the screen, right? Yeah, that's the balance thing that we'll get through. It'll take time. Christiana, can I ask this? What are you doing for yourself lately besides this? To keep yourself occupied. It's important to keep the mind doing stuff. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's rough. We'll work on it. We will keep working. Oh, great, ZZ. I'm glad. I heard that song from kindergarten. It goes, when I grow up, I'll be so tall, I'll get me a scholarship for basketball. And when my head reaches the sky, I'll get me a gig as a weather guy on TV. Under lights, working nights. That's me, growing up, out of sight. But I don't get a copyright strike for that. That's John. Just growing up out of sight. I'm such a nerd. I can start a band. No, I can't. The worst band ever, probably. It's like, you should go on tour. Really? No. I was just kidding. John missed my song? That's too bad, because I'm only gonna sing it once, and I already did. I could rap. Yeah. No. Maybe I'll rap in Japanese. I know a few songs. I know a few songs. Turn up radio. そう今日も聞こえるよ。風に揺られ流れるステレオ。片で刻む軽快なリズム。思いを乗けて届けるライブ。よく晴れてました。僕は遥か未来で I forgot. 未来目指しましたマスターキー握るしめ出発雑踏の中キックダウン一発思いをのけてまあ忘れてしまった I forgot. I have to see the words on the screen. 片で刻む軽快なリズム模様をのけて届けるライムよく晴れた空の真下僕はI forgot. 未来目指しましたマスターキー握るしめ出発雑踏の中キックダウン一発 Are you guys ready for the next healing? I'm sorry to make you guys hear that, listen to that. And my sincere apologies. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm here. You missed my song, my singing, or my rapping, and my story. When am I getting the cats? You know, I need money for that, right? If my site does well, I'll get the cats. If it doesn't, I'll see them when I get back to America. If I do enough, I won't even go back. I'll stay here for the most part. Or plan very solidly to come back. Right? So the person I was talking about earlier, was missing all that. Like I said, she had the view of like, well, like if I help him, I'll turn into like a Tai Lopez type, which is so ridiculous. But that's where people are sometimes. How much to get them back? Oh, I'll probably need to move all the cats over here. I'll probably need like 10 grand. It's really expensive. I don't think it's quite that much, but I'll have to have that much over, and I'll have to have, yeah, it's tough. Probably more because I'll have to have residency and a bunch of stuff, but I'll figure it out. I definitely miss them, and I can't keep them in this apartment. I would have to get something. All right, we're gonna do a quick one. It's really late here, and I do have to do stuff. Here we go. どうその神、アマテラします。せめみ神のメモリをしたいて教え導きのたまわく。人はすなわち神と神との元の主だり。何時らの真摯の痛ましむることなかれ。この家に目にもろもろの風情見て、心にもろもろの風情見ず。耳にもろもろの風情に触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情を思とも、中心にもろもろの風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろのノリは影と形のことし、清く清ければ汚れることなし、ことをとらばうべからず、皆花よりずの身となる。我が身はすなわち六根少女なり。六根少女なりがゆえに、ごぞの真君兄なり。ごぞの真君兄なるが、ゆえに天地の神と男なり。天地の神と男なるが、ゆえに万物の霊と体なり。万物の霊と体なるが、故になすところ猫手成就せずということなし、無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名誉入賞、神奈川列、払いたまい、清めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまい。と神、えみたも、健言心、そにけんだけん、払いたまい、清めたも。高めの春にかむずまります。生命神たち、いやわらしたも、特殊の水の宝持ちて、あまてる国てるひけあめのほあかりくしたま、ねぎはやひのみことに、静けたもこと教えてのたまわく、今しこの水の宝持ちて、中津国に天下り、あう人草沈め収めよ。あう人草および、夜ずの者の病のことあらば、かむ宝を持ちて、見下いた沈めに起きて、御霊沈めの祭りを、 なして水の宝を振るべ、そのカムホギの言葉に曰く、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよひむなやこと。二のと古べゆるいら、かく祈りせばまかるともさらに避難としいとも。雨の神の実をやみことのりかけたまいて、雨の岩船に乗りて、河内の国の川上の光る画面に雨下りましまして、大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして、月祭りとも名付けて、磯の神の狼ともし立て祭り、よよ、カムタカの持ちて、よりずの者のために、古べのカムごと持ちて、さすなした家の古の御霊の神と、敬い、立て祭り、せめみこと、おむらじ、おとろその神だけ気を持ちて、いつきに使い祭りとも、物のべの神の社、雨がした、よりずの者たごいなりいてもとカムタからは、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、へつ鏡、やつくの剣、いく玉、たる玉、まかるが石の玉、しが石の玉、おろちのひれ、八のひれ、きすぐすのもののひれ、さらに時すの神、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいむなやこと二のと古べゆろといらかしたて祭ることのよしをもちて平結局きこしめすと命長く子孫羽時はかきわに守りたまい先はいたまいかじたて祭り神聖寿命死にきかじ高天張にかむずまります。かむろき、かむろみのみこともして、せめみおえかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひまくの立花のほどの青木がはらに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、時にあれませる。はらいどのお神たち、もろもろのばかことつべかえるよ。払いたばいきをめさめさばすことのよしよ。天つかみ、国つかみ、や夜ずの神たちともに引こしますと。かしこみかしこみもまうす。高天張りにかむずまります。かむろき、かむろみのみこともして。せめみおえかむ。いざなぎの神つくしのひむくの立花のおどの青木がはらにみそぎ、はらい、たまいし、時にあれませる。はらいどの狼たち、もろもろのまがことつみかえりよ。はらいたまい、極めたまいとますことのよしよ。天つかみ、国つかみ、や夜ずの神たちとも。かしこみかしこみもます。かながらたまちやませ。かながらたまちやませ。かながらたまちやませ。Alright, everyone, there you have it. How was it? Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm bleary. Ringing in your ears. So, ringing in your ears in this case is the opening of clairaudience. If you want to keep working on that, just go to your mountain spot. Be careful of real bears. I know there's a lot of them in the country you live in. And just listen to the silence. Try to listen to the farthest away sound that you can hear. Yeah, be careful. If you're going to wear that bear skin, be careful of hunters. Are you kidding me? England is full of bears. I mean, what's it called? Just read Robin Hood. Like, I would say 25% of the merry men were eaten by bears in Sherwood Forest. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, it is. Let's say one of the best movies ever made. And Ukraine has bears too. But not as much as England. Am I right? I'm gonna try to finish so the website with the forum, it's definitely going to be finished this weekend. You have no tradition? Should we go for a walk? Man, I cannot. Dang, man. So. Oh gosh. Ogres. All right, guys. I will see you later. You are. Yeah, but the website anyway. This weekend, join the forum. Who's gonna join the forum on my website? Raise your hand. Or say yes. Because I'm working very, very hard on it. It's a free forum. One person. Who else? No. No. You don't get more than one vote, Spidey. You only get to sign up once. Well, I'll send you the link when it's ready. And you just sign up. It's very simple. They're different hands. So basically one person signing up. I have a bunch of questions for everyone in them. You can answer them. I hope you do. No, don't do it. No, what? It will be working this weekend. It works now, but don't sign up for it yet because I'm still working on it. Anyone else of the 12 people here? I'm trying to do a little bit of a community. Two people. I feel bad. Hakuzo went in and wrote a bunch of stuff I didn't know about. Are there turkeys in Japan? There sure are bears. They're attacking people too. They've been attacking people lately. Oh, I gotta read. I forgot. You think Hong Kong? Oh yeah. Sharks really far. Okay, guys. All right, silly guys. I'll take it. It's 2. I've been live for 2 hours already. I'll see you later. Please comment something like Brenton gives a really good talk in the beginning. That way other people might catch it. Sound good, everyone? Thank you so much. Goodbye.